All right, welcome back to the Crossover Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy, alongside, as always, Alan, Necron, and Chris. What's up,
Yes,
guys?
sir.
How you
Hello,
doing?
hello.
Morning,
Morning.
I'm
afternoon.
alive. It's
Uh,
Sunday. I'm tired.
I still
why are you
can't eat
tired, bro?
crunchy food.
It's
Oh, you
Sunday.
still can't? That sucks.
No, it's more so like I don't. So for those that don't know, I got my wisdom teeth, quote unquote, emergency removed on Tuesday because I started getting pain over the weekend.
Hmm.
Um, and so it's fine. There's no pain or anything. And so like even now, like when I'm eating like normal foods, like I'd say normal foods, it's more like squishier foods, like pizza without pepperoni or bacon or anything like that, or like burgers and things
Oh
like that.
no.
And
Uh-uh.
so I can eat that stuff, but I haven't tried eating things that are crunchier, like even French fries I haven't had yet, nachos, chips, like things like that. I'm still avoiding for a little bit longer, which is sad because I just want nachos.
Bless your heart, dude.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Bless your
Pizza
heart.
with no pepperoni is crazy.
dude, tell
Yeah,
me about it, dude. Because like, okay,
Yeah.
so
I don't even like pork, but
no,
that's
the
crazy.
I,
the thing was right. We got pizza the first time, and I ate it fresh, right, and it was fine because obviously when it's fresh out of the oven, the pepperoni isn't really
it's
crunchy
still
or
soft.
anything. It's still pretty soft.
Mm.
But reheating it, I took a bite and immediately was like, nope, can't do that. So I had to just sadly this microwaved ass pizza just take off the pepperonis.
You
No.
just got just left with cheese pizza, huh?
Essentially just cheese
No.
pizza, bro.
I can't do
No.
cheese pizza. I'm sorry.
No.
I
I
don't
can't
mind,
do
like
cheese
don't get
pizza.
me wrong, like if someone buys us pizza and there's cheese pizza there, I'm gonna eat it. It's perfectly fine. It's still pizza to me, but like if it's a choice, I'm not doing it.
but the
Yeah.
thing is too, like if it's cheese pizza from the beginning, they use like different types of cheese. It's not just the
It's not
one
just
cheese they
like the
use on
one
pepperoni.
I,
mozzarella cheese,
Yeah,
yeah, because it's like
yeah,
I still can't
usually
do
I
it. I'm
can't
because
sorry.
either. No,
I
it's
can't.
yeah,
disgusting.
no, because usually
Mm-mm.
most pizza places do like minimum like 3 or 4 cheese for cheese pizza, and it's pretty good.
That's
yeah.
disgusting too. That's
Oh
No,
my
horrible.
it's
Why
god.
do you
pretty
need that
good.
much cheese?
It's fucking
The
good,
only
dude.
time cheese should exist that way is like in macaroni and cheese. That's the only place
And
that should
macaroni
exist.
and cheese.
Like maybe lasagna, maybe if you're like really fancy with it, but like on pizza,
uh, yeah, I
mozzarella and leave it alone.
yeah,
Just
no.
what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Uh, let's see. Over the weekend, well, yesterday, I went to go see Superman for my early birthday present.
Oh,
Heck
I
yeah,
my
am
man.
bro.
presently apprised. James Gunn, you can keep
Hmm.
your job for now.
Yes, he can.
Mhm.
Yes,
You
he
can keep
can.
your job for
Everybody,
now.
congratulations. Yes, he
I went
can.
to
Uh,
go. I went to go see it on
uh
Tuesday, and I walked out of there thinking like, "Damn it, I need to talk to somebody about this." But I literally
yeah,
can't talk to anybody about this.
It was
yeah.
It's
fantastic.
it was
It was
great.
It was not
fantastic.
fantastic, Daquan. It
I
was
think it was
terrific.
fantastic.
It was
Oh, I'm sorry.
terrific.
Yes, it was terrific.
It was
Correct, correct. You're
terrific,
right.
Daquan.
Terrific.
We got to use
Oh
better
my
Yes,
words.
god, you got to use the
dude.
correct
That
words.
that whole scene, with him on the beach, that
That shit was
top
amazing. It was
tier,
terrific. It was
top.
so good. But anyway, I also beat Dead Space 2, by the way.
Oh,
Nice.
how was that?
That was a 9 out of
Wait,
10
Dead
game,
Space or
dude.
Death Stranding?
Wait, Dead
Dead Space,
Space.
That
Dead
space.
Space 2.
Okay, so did you like
That's a
Dead
9 out
Space?
of 10 game.
Did you like Dead Space 2 more than 1?
I did.
Because I played the remake, I can't really. I have to say I like the remake better. But if I
Even
played the
with the
original,
technical
I
problems?
would have liked 2 more.
Well, what's
Mm.
the difference between the original and the? Because I don't. It was just gameplay, like how it feels, right? Like it's pretty much the same.
Not the
I think
technical
they added more optional like side content.
Oh, then that doesn't matter to
Yeah,
me.
it's a bit more streamlined. But
Because
in terms of like,
I would say,
uh,
I think 2 is just better. Like I liked 1 a lot, but
yeah,
even
if I played the
1,
original, if I played the original, I would have told you 2 was
Which
better.
one has the hand on the front?
The
that's the
handle of what?
first one.
Yeah,
That's the
the
original
first one.
brown cover of the Hand in Space. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm trying to think
Two
about
is
what.
definitely a lot more cinematic, and I like that. So
I just think it has better moments. Like, because I
yeah,
think,
that's what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah, because like I think 2 is when you run into the children on the ship.
God,
That shit was crazy.
yeah, fuck them kids. I'm telling
Yeah, bro.
you. All right, but anyway, so today's episode we're going to talk about the mentality of fighting games and how to get better at this shit. So we already know what a fighting game is. We all talked about the types of fighting games. We all talked about different players, avenues, like how to get there. Accepting losses, how to terminology that we'll use on certain occasions. So this time we're going to talk about how to actually, well, not necessarily. It'll probably be from ground zero, I would say, but how to not only pick the game, but actually start and get better at the game. So the first thing is let me check my notes here.
Is to
What game?
begin with Mortal Kombat. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my
Oh,
god! I mean, sure.
I can't
If you
stand you,
wanna,
bro. Like I'm gonna
if you
fight
want to
you.
start Mortal Kombat as
Yeah,
your
you-
first fighting game, more power to you.
You're wrong, but we'll allow it. You know.
You're
We'll
fantastic. It's a
we'll allow it for it,
fantastic
you know.
decision.
But that is essentially the first decision you have to make. What fighting game to pick? And there's so many that we already talked about: Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Guilty Gear, Grand Blue. I'm gonna
And
say
that's not
Smash.
even including like if you don't like any of the modern games, go play older ones. Like Melty Blood is still around. I know there's like a
Mhm.
small little community for the original Uni. You have fucking the old school games like people are still playing Power Stone, especially with the Marvel collections. You can still pick up a community for Darkstalkers. And there's even people playing what is it, Battle Arena Toshinden. Like, bro, trust me, especially with these like especially fighting games, like these motherfuckers are dedicated. If you want to pick up a game, it doesn't matter what it is. There's a 90% chance that if you can't find people online or in your friend groups, you'll find a Discord for it.
Yeah, there's just a Discord for everything for sure. All right. Since Daquan said Mortal Kombat, we'll go with Mortal Kombat for now. So after you pick the game, Daquan, Mr. Mortal Kombat, your next thing is the character.
Immediately choose Homelander.
Immediately choose Homelander. Who the fuck are you, bro?
Can I kick
You
him out of
immediately
this?
choose
You're making
Homelander.
this difficult.
There's no other option. There's no other option.
Where's the kick option?
Oh, you talking about Mortal Kombat 1? We just talking about Mortal Kombat in general.
I mean,
In general,
to be
let's just
fair,
say
like
in general.
I don't think we need to talk to. Okay, so I'm okay with going the way that we're going, the way it's written out. But at least we don't have to specify to like Mortal Kombat. Like if you
No,
like Mortal
we-
Kombat,
no, we don't.
it's
I'm
just
just trying to
generalizing
put out
it.
examples
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Daquan out here spewing all types of bullshit.
Mortal Kombat's fantastic.
Mortal Kombat's
I mean,
not
we say
fantastic.
injustice, but
Even worse. Jesus Christ.
see, that is a hot take. But I
It's
understand.
not. It's just. Oh, it's fine. Keep going.
I lost my train of thought now because of the.
I
Oh
swear
my
to God,
god.
dude. He's here to ruin it every time.
So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, your character. You pick your character first. There are so many different characters out there. Like in MK, my character used to be Reptile for the longest time until I picked Kenshi. Why I choose to pick Kenshi? That's beyond me. I don't fucking know. He just spoke. He just spoke to me. Well, why you want to play a Homelander of all characters?
Because he's broken.
You are a top tier whore, huh?
No, he's just broken. He's just
He brings up a good point though. Like, what is
He's
stopping
literally
you
just
from
broken.
from just picking the most broken character?
He's
Nothing.
beyond
So
Why
broken.
should
now,
you not?
so
Why
so
should
the
you not?
reason you don't is because not every top tier character is fun to play.
Mm.
So, like
Yeah,
as an
that is the thing,
example,
though, yeah.
in Dragon Ball Fighters, a lot of people, especially in the pro scene when the game first came out, had Bardock on their team. Bardock,
Bardock.
Cell,
Yeah, Bardock,
and someone
yeah.
else. And let me tell you, Bardock is brain dead simple. He's not that like crazy to play, and in my opinion, he was not fun. But if you wanted to win, you pick top tier. That's one of the options, or you go the route that what I think you should do is find a character that you think is cool, or multiple characters you think are cool, play them. If you like the way one plays or the one looks in motion, that's what you should focus on. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get a lot farther with a character that you like versus a character that quote unquote has an easier time in the meta.
It's true.
Mm.
Like most players would tell you, some players would tell you pick a beginner, easy character. Most people would tell you pick a character you want to play. I would tell you pick a character you want to play, regardless of skill.
Pick a
'Cause you have to
character
learn
you
the game
think is
regardless.
fucking. Pick the coolest character, the hottest character, the weirdest character, whatever's your thing. Just pick that. That'll take you farther than how good they are in the roster.
Yeah. Now I have to ask you the coin. Are you picking Homelander because he's OP in the game or the show?
The game.
In the game.
In the game? Okay.
Yeah,
I
just
haven't
literally.
I haven't kept
Him
up with
and-
Homelander in a long time.
Him and Farah is a problem. Like it has been a problem, but it is just a problem. Like I think they've nerfed him twice, and he's still a problem. Like
That's just MK balancing at that point, sir. I don't know what
it's
to tell you.
great. It's honestly great.
It's
It's
awful.
not. That's
It's
tragic.
MK balancing is not good. I'm sorry.
It's great to me. It's funny.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, whatever.
Uh, and then some of these fighting games will have like in their games, or like you can just look for like social media stuff, like pros and cons for each character. So that I think I think most games should have that in available to tell you. Like I think in I don't remember, can't remember which game it was, but there is a game that tells you like pros and cons like in the menus. And I can't remember the
Well,
game off the top of my head.
I know like some examples off the top of my head. Guilty Gear Strive shows you the ease of use of the character, like how easy it is to do what they're trying to do, and the type of character they are, whether they're like a
Oh, I
zoner,
think
a
that's fine. I
rush
think that thing,
down.
yeah, I think that's what I'm
But they
talking
don't
about.
tell you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pros and cons. They just tell you their playstyle and how easy it is.
Didn't Killer Instinct have something like that too?
I didn't play
Don't
too
they
much
have
Killer
a?
Instinct, so
I'm not
I
sure.
wouldn't be surprised with how good Killer Instinct is.
I think Street Fighter 6 also has like beginner like
They have like ease of
intermediate and
use.
like also the ease of
Yeah.
use and like what type of character they are too. So
Yeah.
like I said, there's so many different archetypes, grapplers, zoners, rush down, you know. Uh but yeah, in the end, pick what character speaks to you, because once you do that, it will go a long way. Like for the longest time, like for me, like I've been playing Tekken not competitively, but like since like Tekken 3, and I play Gon. Gon's not in the game anymore. He's never gonna come back.
Why did you
In
play
the
that
Tekken 4,
child?
because I was like what 5 years old or some shit like that. How old? Wait, when Tekken 3 come out? Oh god,
Tekken 3 came out in 1999.
Jesus Christ, bro, you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
1997.
Oh, my bad. I was a little off.
So I was like 1, 2, 3,
I
7 years old. Yeah, bro.
I was 1.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't know
crazy.
what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing back then. And then Tekken 4 came out. That's when I started like actually looking at characters, and Yoshimitsu was just there, and I was like, you know what? I'll just stick with this guy. Didn't know what to do with them, so I just pressed buttons, have fun, and that was pretty much it. Let's see. So after you pick your character, next thing to know how many buttons are in the game, how to move, basic attacking, the defending, hit values, timers, stuff like that, and that's stuff where you could go to practice mode to learn most of these things. Because most games nowadays are either 6 buttons, 4 buttons, sometimes 5 buttons. I think there might be an 8 button game out there. I'm not exactly sure.
Hmm.
Maybe Token. I would hate that if that's Token.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there are 8 button games.
No,
Is there an 8 button fighting game?
not that I'm
Eight
aware of.
button.
Well, it depends on what you mean by
I mean, like it
8 buttons.
utilizes all 8 buttons to properly play the game. We're not talking about like extra binds. I'm talking about like full 8 button needed minimum.
Yeah, let me see.
Like Street Fighter, it has quote unquote 8 buttons because it has the 6 normal buttons, and then you have the seventh and eighth button for drive parry or for parry and drive rush. But realistically, like you can manually input those, so you don't need those buttons.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of if there is a game out there, eight buttons, because you can just use, like Cheeto said, just double button inputs to get things done.
Wait, does Grand Blue Versus have 8 buttons?
Grand Blue versus S6.
No, 6.
Huh.
Yeah.
They have
Dragon Ball only has 6.
technically 5, but yes. I think I don't remember. It's been a while. But I'm pretty sure Grand Blue is 6. I have it just so in my muscle memory that I don't even know anymore. I'd have to actually like boot the game up and take a look.
And MK has 6.
MK is 6,
MK
unfortunately.
is this? Oh yeah, yeah, it does.
Yeah, because it's got a dedicated block button and
Oh, God.
As
grab.
a grab, yeah.
That's right.
Uh,
So
Interesting.
basically, things like basic fighting game things was basically how to move, which is basic back forward, up down, jump. There might be a block button like NK. Uh, Injustice is weird because you would think that Injustice and MK would use not necessarily the same mechanics, but like the same way to defend, which is weird. But like in Injustice, you just hold back to block. I wish MK had that. Honestly, I think it's just way better
I mean,
as a like a as like a.
I've never been the biggest fan of like a dedicated block button because that's just taking up a button for something else. But that's me.
Mhm. True. I think for like Soul Calibur, I don't mind there being a block button because of how the game is played. Like it
I
just makes sense to have a block button for Soul Calibur.
kind of forgot I had a fucking block button. I don't even remember really using it. Maybe I just used it subconsciously.
Most people just sidestep in that game unless you're
Yeah.
doing that parry function.
Oh yeah, 6, yeah. Let's see. Basically, basic attacking, defending. That's basic stuff. Just know what your buttons are. Like in Tekken, just left punch, left kick, right kick, which is corresponding with the numbers on the. Uh, well, what we say is 1, 2, 3, 4, basically. And then health values and timers. Health values, they're. I would say they are important to some degree,
Mm,
especially like in the game like I would say in a game like Street Fighter and Tekken. No, I think mainly Street Fighter because Street Fighter has wildly different health values than any other fighting
it's
game that
it's
I know.
Street Fighter and Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
They have different health values, or in Guilty Gear, it's got depending on the character, so they have more HP or less depending on the type of character they are, or I think size. I forget the actual like differentiating value, but like Marissa and Zangief are gonna have more HP than like Cammy, and then Akuma has the least. Whereas
Mhm.
like, but even then, it's like you don't need to know like how much more unless you really want to just get nitpicky like that. Like what I think what he means by health values is just knowing in those games, if you play those games, these characters have more HP, so I have to hit them more, and that's about it. Like I mean, if you start getting like better at the game and you start like optimizing combos, those things kind of start to take more apply because your combo route will determine if you kill or not.
Mhm.
And that goes for like any game really though, because like every other game for the most part has standardized health across the roster, and so you just need to know how much damage you're doing in that situation, but you like learn that through experience. So health values is not as important as like just knowing one character has more or not.
Yeah. I definitely feel it in season 2 Tekken when I think I'm gonna kill someone in the round and all of a sudden they have 1 HP left. Bro, what the fuck?
It's annoying.
It is annoying. The timer doesn't really. I mean, you should know how much time is in the game. Sure. Uh, but in the thick of it, I think it becomes second nature to not only look at the screen of how you're playing, but also look up at the time. How you feel about that, Chido?
Mm, I don't know. I feel like I never look at the timer unless I start hearing it. Like it's a sound cue because most games will start kind of not like giving you a sound cue necessarily, but like it kind of gives you like a warning, like hey, you have 30, like depending on how long the round is. Like in Marvel, I think there's a sound cue at 30 seconds left. Tekken, it's 10 seconds. Street Fighter, I think it's 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And that's the only time I really look at it just to see how much time I have because it like you like I said, it's like you're getting a sound cue for every second ticking down.
Mhm.
But otherwise, like I just as long as you know the timer is there and just pay attention to it when it gets low, so you can try to figure out your situation. That's really what's important. I don't think I really think about it too often. I think I maybe just don't think about it because I'm constantly looking at health values like mine, theirs, whether they have heat or not, and things of like whether they're like this is Tekken specifically, if they're in
Mhm.
rage or not. And because I'm looking up at the health bars, both of ours, I like whether I want to or not, I'm also looking at the timer. So I
Mhm.
don't know. It's like something you just do subconsciously because you're trying to gather information while in the match.
Yeah, I feel like I do the same thing because your eyes gravitate up there because that's where all the information is. There's like nowhere else to watch except for just your character on screen and then look up at the health and like other values or installs or or in Street Fighter's case, look down at the meter to see how much meter they have. I mean, there's so many things on the screen that you can look at for information.
Yeah.
Gronkers, you got any questions so far about basics?
No, nothing so far. I think at least the times that I've played, I agree with Alan. Where like I'm not really paying attention to the in-game timer. It's more like if it does happen, they have that audio cue or like the numbers get bigger,
Mhm.
and that's like the only time that I notice it. But I'm assuming that like if you are doing it where you're going up against someone that's more serious, or you yourself are taking it more serious, like maybe you guys get um full advantage of the entire match time instead of just being like over really quickly, or is that not a thing that happens? Do you guys find your games taking longer than what you would expect, or do you get to the end of the match time like more often than not?
It really depends. I think it depends on like because when I'm playing online, it's hit or miss whether I get completely just washed in 10 seconds or I completely wash them in 10 seconds, or it's like a back and forth and we're in the last 10 seconds. It happens more when I think you're more experienced in the matchup and you're playing someone that you probably know their plays. So like I feel like a lot of pro players you'll probably see in like longer matches. But even then, like timer doesn't really play a factor into a lot of those matches. They're just playing, and it isn't until like the last 7 to 5 seconds where they're like actually now playing with the timer in mind. Like there's a clip of Pina, who is a Japanese Raven player, who did a specific combo route using his heat and didn't use his rage art because people were like, why is he not rage arting? Like this is maybe like possibly a kill or whatnot. But what he ended up going for instead of trying to go for the kill was just waste the time because he had a pretty like decent health lead. And so he ended up using all of his resources to extend his combo as long as possible. And then by the time the opponent got up, it was like 1 second. And unless he like somehow hit like a super high counter hit launch into Rage Art, then maybe he comes back. But like as long as Pina just stands there, nothing's gonna happen. So like that's the only time I think timer really takes like into effect. Otherwise, like even in pro play, I don't think they're like round 1 second start like they're thinking about how they're gonna play with a timer.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I definitely noticed myself doing that too. Like if I have the health lead and there's like 5 or so seconds left in the game, I will waste the time as much as possible. There are times where I do use rage art, and there's like maybe 4 or 3 seconds left on the game, and since my character is dumb, I can just fly away,
Yep.
and he flies for at least 3 seconds. So the amount of time they have to like press a button is pretty difficult. So Yoshimitsu.
I hate timers. I think I don't think they really belong in a fighting game just for the fact of it's now a conversation of attrition rather than actual being outplayed in a 1v1. Like I get the timer for like a Battlefield or a Call of Duty game where it's like, a bunch of stuff going on, other people running around and you're trying to control a scene. But for two people throwing hands is just weird to me. You get into those situations where it's like, oh well, everyone's at like this guy's at 2 health, you're at 1 health. I'm just gonna stay away from you and I win. And it's like, did you beat him or did you win? And the whole point of a fighting game is to beat the other person. It's not just winning.
Mhm.
So like,
I can see that, but I disagree. I think the timer being there, especially when a lot of these games are primarily made for like, let's be real, like the people that are playing these games are playing them more competitively, whether it's in rank just at home or they're going out to play them. Without that timer there, you can say what you want, like, oh, he beat me because he got me, But like, let's be real, bro. You played the first whatever, however long the round took for you to get there to be less HP than him. That's a bunch of mistakes leading up to that, than you not taking the timer into account. So I the way I see it is the timer is there to incentivize the people to not just stand there and try to like punish some random little mistake that could take 5 minutes to get there.
Yeah, but to the point of if somebody says, "Oh, I'm gonna come in here and if I get one combo, now I'm just gonna run from you the whole match," that is a strategy, which again is not beating your opponent; it's just winning.
Sure, that's a
So
strategy,
like,
but like I feel like I haven't seen that happen in any of the fighting games I've played in the last like 3 years. Now I could be wrong, like that could still be happening because you're right. That's definitely something that I'm sure people probably still do. But even in Tekken, where I'm at now in Kishin Bushin, I don't think I've ever had someone like do like a third or a half of my HP and then just back back dash away from me the
I
whole
mean,
time.
there's a very extreme version of this, but for the concept of time being something that you're also concerned about in a 1v1 is just kind of weird to me.
The only
Because again,
thing.
it
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean it again just promotes more of that thing that I mentioned that I can't stand. It's like chip.
Hmm.
It's like how like once you get to that point of, oh, it's 10 seconds left. I'm at 40%, you're at 43%. I have to do everything not to actually beat you, but I just have to win. So it's like at all cost, all of my strategy goes out the window, all of my skill and like my setups is no longer about that. It's literally desperation of getting those
I
hit
could
points
make an
over you.
argument that there's also a lot of skill and quick reactions in those moments. Because let me tell you, when the person that's lower HP has to like desperately try to get in and poke you, then you as the defender with more HP also now have to be like, okay, well, what tendencies does he do? What things does he like to do? Or what do you think he's going to do in desperation? There's still a lot of quick time thinking and reaction that you can do in that moment where I think there's still a lot of like skill involved.
The one thing that pops into my head right now is watching Chris G play Marvel 3 with Morgan. And his entire strategy was basically maybe do a combo and then spam fireballs to Morgan. That's a strategy. And he won with that strategy. Was it lame and boring?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That shit was lame and boring. But this man won tournaments with that shit.
That's just to show you
I,
how fucking
I
balanced Marvel was.
I mean, again, I get that there are strategies to zoning. Zoning isn't really the thing here. It's more of like if time is literally, I guess here's more the problem. Time is only a problem to you with less health, which is my issue.
Mhm.
Like if it is an issue to where there is a arena wide problem as time winds down, it's less of a concern to me because now it's less of I have more health, so I'm going to stay away from you, and more of like, oh, the arena is falling apart, and if I don't beat you quickly, we both lose.
And I get where you're
Like
coming
that
from, but
makes
I
more
guess
sense.
the reason I'm like just disagreeing with it is because it just like it's one of those things, right? Like why create or try to solve a problem that's not there?
I think for the concept that Jeremy just stated, if you can come up with a strategy like that at a high level, it's because the mechanic exists. If you take that out, that entire kit that person wanted to do is no longer viable. So like it's not really trying to fix something that's not a problem. It's more of
Yeah,
there
but
is
he brought up
inherently
an
like
example from 10 years ago from a game that no longer is being played. And I'm talking about like currently now with the way the games are, no one at a high level is winning like that. In the current like the current games that we have, no one's winning like that. That's why I'm saying, like, yes, don't get me wrong. We've had games where that's been a problem. Like, you're absolutely right. Like, Marvel's just one example. Like, there's plenty of other games that have been like that. But currently, at least with the games that we're currently playing, like, I don't know Mortal Kombat. I'll be real. That could be happening. But at least with the games that we currently have, I've not seen people winning like that recently.
it's more of again in like the how it's weaved into how people play. Like you're saying that when you guys play, you're not really looking at the timer. There are folks that I'm pretty sure are keeping that timer into consideration. Like when does like psychologically speaking, pressure at the beginning is very different from pressure when there's 5 minutes when there's like a fifth of the time left or a third of the time left. Like those are two different things to be concerned about at that higher level. So like inherently a timer does affect how someone plays, even if it's
Hmm.
subconscious. So I'm saying like if you take that timer off, now everyone has to rethink how they do this. It's no longer like, okay, out the gate, I have this amount of time and I have this advantage for like this little period, and then I have about this time to do this. And if I do the burn, now I got this amount of time, so then I can just wait this out, and then he's gonna have to push me, and then I could take him. And you're like setting up mistakes, but that's with time in mind. The moment time is gone, now distance is a different conversation. Your meter is a different conversation. Like everything's a different conversation. So I think it's
So
only because it's been there for so long. It's less of a
yeah.
concern for people who have been playing games because it's more inherent versus like
Mhm.
something that's on the forefront. But for someone trying to get into this, I can tell you, as someone who I like analyze the hell out of every single mechanic in a game that I play. And for fighting games, the one thing I hate more than Broly is timers. Like I can't stand a timer just for this specific reason. It's like, bro, I can't just focus on beating you. I'm worried about like I have 3 minutes. I got
Mhm.
120 whatever up there. And it's like I can't. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm sitting
I
here
don't
like
like it.
don't get me wrong, like I get where you're coming from, but I'm trying to picture a world where we have fighting games and there's no timer, and I just think it'd be worse.
Now I'm not saying there's not something to replace it because, like I mentioned,
Right,
it can
right,
be
right.
like an arena issue to where like, oh, the floor is lava. At a certain point, the arena breaks down, so like it forces you to actually go at it, or you both lose because at
I mean,
that point you didn't beat them.
there is that mechanic in Guilty Gear. If negative edge, if you're basically not doing anything,
Mm.
uh, what's the exact
It's not
term I need to
negative edge.
use? This,
It's it's like forward and backward momentum or something. Essentially what it does is it rewards you for being aggressive and putting on pressure by giving you meter. So the more you're doing and the more you're actively doing, not just mashing, but we're like you're actively like pushing forward and trying to open up your opponent and playing properly, you'll get rewarded with your meter slowly climbing. But if you're just sitting there holding back or trying to avoid or jumping neutral or backwards, you start losing meter.
oh, that's what it is. Okay.
I mean, that makes sense right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's an intuitive solution to the issue of
Right.
yeah, like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure they still have a timer though, but the fact that that other thing exists counteracts the timer because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
effectively doing the same thing.
It's doing the same thing, yeah.
Okay,
Chris, you were gonna
well,
say something?
I'll be honest, I got lost in the sauce. I think I was gonna
oh,
say something along the lines of kind of agree with what he's saying, where it feels like the timer either needs to be way more important or not there at all.
yeah.
That's all. And like I said, I don't have a solution for that. I don't know how or what that would look like. Just like my thoughts on that.
Let's see. You got anything more, Alan?
No, no. I'm just listening to them because obviously like they have a different perspective than we do, so.
Yeah. So I don't know. As a new player, I would say the timer isn't as important when you're first starting to play. Because when you're first starting to play, you just need to
Those
learn how to play the game.
those motherfuckers down there aren't getting to fucking last 10 seconds of the match, bro. They're all mashing.
Yeah, those matches are in like 5 seconds. So,
Yeah.
you
And
know?
which is fine. Like that's perfectly fine. Like you guys got to learn somehow. So that's what I did. I just think it's funny.
Yeah. So I think training techniques and core mechanics can basically go kind of hand in hand into how you're actually learning these things. I'll be honest and be real. The way I learn fighting games is not the correct way, in my opinion. When I first started playing Tekken, I didn't learn. I did not learn frame data, punishes, key moves, how to take a throw, how to do any of that shit. I learned combos. That's what I did. That
And I'm
is,
going to tell you
in
right
my
now,
opinion, the incorrect way.
I'm going to tell you right now as do as I say, not as I do. When I pick up a character in Tekken, I learn 2 combos from that I can do from multiple launchers and then I go online. I don't know what buttons I'm pressing. I'm literally in neutral, bro. I'm fucking sitting at like Battle Ruler Fusion with a lot of my off characters. And these motherfuckers out here, like, you know, obviously, like, if you've been playing your character, it's going to look way different than me showing up with my day one Asuka who can do a combo and that's it. So that's definitely not how you should learn. Like, if I actually cared about like learning a character, not just playing a character for fun, because like let's be honest, I don't think I'm gonna enjoy playing any other character as much as I do Reyna and Tekken. So I just play other characters when I want to change it up. But what you should be doing is you shouldn't even like if you want to learn a combo, sure, go for it. But I would advise against it. You should definitely look at what like moves have good range. You're like if you see I wouldn't even say special moves like in Street Fighter. Like a Street Fighter, you should probably know what your special moves are. In Tekken, it's a little different. I think you should learn your good pokes, and then if you end up getting a hit, like some of your strings, just know what those strings are, and then just go online. You're gonna get a lot farther, and you're gonna get a lot better learning how to play Tekken at a neutral level with your pokes and your string knowledge and things of that nature than you trying to sit there and just I can't tell you how many people I get in Kishi and Bushin and even some people that I randomly queue into with Tekken Emperor that come in and they're just throwing out launchers. And that's literally it. They can't do anything else. They're just getting blown up by me randomly throwing out my forward neutral 3 kick, which is like a long reaching mid launcher if it's counter hit. It's really sad to watch these people get this far on their flowchart strings and random fucking launchers from mid screen. You're going to get way farther if you just learn how to play your character and then worry about combos way later.
And that's when the autopilot falls
Yeah.
in. When you're talking about doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Or the same setup
Yeah.
5 times. Or the same round start 20 times. At that point, you should probably do something different.
Yeah, I
Turn
played
off the autopilot.
I played a Devil Jin yesterday. He beat me the first match because I was on autopilot, I'll be real. Like I was just walking up doing random bullshit. And I was like, okay, this guy's just doing the same shit. Let me like sit there. And I was just sitting there watching him essentially fumble over his controls and pour spaghetti all over himself as he just kept doing launch punishable shit. It was really sad to watch.
In blue rings, right?
In blue ranks. He was Kishin.
That's painful.
It is.
So we talked about punishes and special moves. Special moves are still more for like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
It's just
Guilty
for like
Gear.
the stereotypical fighting game. Like Tekken doesn't really have special moves.
Yeah. So there's not really, I don't know. In Dragon Ball, I know they have special moves.
Yep.
They have a lot of
Obviously, they
special-
have what do they have? Key charge.
They have key
attack?
they have key blasts. They have
blast,
key
those
blast special moves and supers. That
Yeah,
use
you
meters.
have to know those ranges too. Are those full screen?
Most of the
Some
key
of them.
blasts are full blast, like full screen. Like if it's any beam or projectile, it's full screen, but the specials are not. Specials have range.
Unless you're Broly.
Except unless you have
full
Broly.
screen. You have. I'm not even joking. You have full screens. I'm not even joking. It's disgusting. Both versions of Broly, by the way.
Here's the Quan's Weekly Broly hate.
Yeah.
Shit is so stupid.
There's
So
also one thing I want new players to learn, like off rip, is Tekken throws for sure. Because let me tell you, I suck at that shit. I've been playing this game for 20 years. I'm ass.
It really depends
Playing for
though,
20
because
is
like
crazy.
in
Oh my
Tekken, in Tekken, like knowing your throw techs and learning to get good at those as soon as possible gets you really far.
It
Because
goes a
there's
long way.
certain characters, like as an example, bro, I'm calling y'all out because you motherfuckers are all the same. June players, Jin players, Devil Jin, and King players. Y'all are all the fucking same. You all do the same fucking setups. Xiao Yu's, you're the same way. You guys all do the same fucking setups into throws. If you guys just react to the throw and do the proper, like you can see what the proper throw is, or just know when to duck, it gets you really far with these flow charters.
That's what they are. They're flow charters.
And let me tell you, you could launch them 3 to 5 times in a match for the same shit, and they're gonna maybe change it once or twice. But the second that you get hit by it one more time, they're gonna go back to it.
Yeah, man. The amount of times, like if you look at my Tekken fucking chart in Tekken 8, you see throw escape, you'll cry inside. Let me tell you.
Dude, I think mine's like 13 out of 25. It's really bad. And I've gotten better, so like it used to be worse.
Yeah, like all right. Like I got in bed. Like depending on what character I'm playing against, I do know what common throws they're going to use.
Oh, dude, no, I can
But
tell you right now. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you tell me. Jin's throws have a smaller break window. I don't fucking care who you are. I don't care if Harada himself tells me that shit has a smaller throw break window than every other character. That motherfucker hits me with the exact same throws, and I'm hitting the same button every time. It's like a 30-70 if I'm breaking it.
okay, I fought against Anila. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Who all they did was run up and throw, mixed up between 1+2 and 2 or whatever. I'm like, bro, I can't. This is not fun. I'm sorry.
I ran into an Asusana that did that yesterday because I was beating her like normal strings.
Because they went to autopilot and just say, you know what, I'm just gonna throw. I mean, it worked. I'm not gonna fault you for doing what works. But at the same time, you should probably learn the game.
Yeah,
That's just me.
because I think
Uh,
the problem is when people, again, we talk about it all the time in the mindset. Too many people when they come to fighting games are too concerned about winning and their win-loss ratio over like getting better at the game. They assume and automatically attribute, oh, I'm winning, I'm getting better. No. Especially in fighting games, doing cheesy setups, strings, and things that characters or people don't know will get you really far. But the minute that you get hit with the wall where people know what's happening, I would say once you get to like, not even Bushin, bro. Bushin Tekken Emperor and Tekken King is the fucking same shit as like Kishin and Raijin. So like even playing those people, it's not any different. But you'll eventually get to a point where at least Tekken God, where people are like, oh, these people know how to play for real, and you don't know how to play for real, and you won't get any farther.
you will get exposed very quickly.
And that's not even
Those
talking about like you try to take those cheesy ass setups to a local. They'll show you in real time and then tell you to your face and scream from behind you that you don't know how to play for real.
Yeah, look on your face, Daquan.
It sounds very what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, what's the word? Very very intense for some throwing hands.
Look, man. Last
That's
year,
the
like I said, I played the tournament with a guy sitting next to me yelling in my ear while we're playing in the tournament, and the guy behind him was yelling in my ear too.
bro.
You
Some
gotta
people are
take that shit.
crazy. Yeah, some people
You
are
gotta take
crazy.
that, man.
No, we not taking that. No, we
You
are
gotta take.
casuals. This is
I
why.
You gotta put your
did.
headphones on then.
I played
Something.
against I went to a local recently, and I played against a June player. Guy was pretty good. He ended up beating me, but I lost because I couldn't stop laughing. Because if I hit him with either like a random poke or a launcher, he was sitting there mid match, bro, in front of everyone, going, oh, and he's
Oh
like
my
just doing
goodness.
exclamation points like that, bro. And I was like, I can't take this seriously. You're gonna make me laugh. And dude,
That sounds fun.
in
Strategy.
a
That's
com
strategy.
That sounds
in
fun.
a combo, he would just be like, and I was like, this can't be real. You're doing this on purpose to make me fuck up.
See that sounds more
It's just fun. It was funny.
pleasant.
Like I wasn't mad about it or
Yeah.
anything. It's just funny. I asked him, I was like, do you do that every time? He goes, yeah, that's how I play. He's like,
Like
even at home, that's
that
how I play. And I was like, hey, dude, that's fine.
yeah, those things is what I kind of expect. Like you beating somebody, it's like, where's my rent money, right? Like you're making jokes, but not like taking it to the point of like your trash go home type of stuff. It's like
Oh no, I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever seen,
it's
unless there's like
like
actual beef between the people. I don't think I've ever seen someone like get smashed and then they immediately start telling their ass to get home and shit like that. It used to be like that for sure.
I'm sure there are still instances of
Yeah, I'm
this
sure it's
happening,
still happening. Yeah, I
but
haven't
like
seen
back
it
in
yet.
like 2013, 2012, those final round tournaments, that's another level. In Atlanta,
Oh my
you're
god.
gonna get
Atlanta.
yelled at constantly,
Yeah, it's
Oh
Atlanta.
yeah.
constantly, and they'll let you know
Competition.
that you're in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I rather hear core mechanics for like combos and like how to Uh, obviously it's different depending from game to game. Like in Tekken, there's a launcher, there's a filler, there's a tailspin, and like another filler or ender or whatever. Um,
You learn that
it
as you
is
play the game. Like you don't have to
yeah
worry about
you'll
those.
you'll definitely learn how to do a combo from when you're basically starting out. There should be a tutorial in the game, honestly.
Should
Tekken.
be.
Honestly,
Uh,
if just a quick word of advice, we're teaching you how to learn the game. If y'all want to learn how to pick up like any fighting game, it doesn't matter. I get it. You may not want to play this one specifically, but I still think to this day the best fighting game tutorial ever fucking made for any fighting game is Killer Instinct. Go boot up Killer Instinct and go do their training mode. It teaches you how to play a fighting game from a fundamental level. It's still one of the best learning tools out there available.
It's
I
a
didn't
really
know
good
that.
game.
I never played Killer Instinct.
I
It's
played it very
fantastic.
casually. Yeah, it was just
Psycho
fun.
is my it's my character. Love
I
that
didn't
character.
play the new one, the Xbox one, very much, but I was like really
Oh,
big
you should.
into. I was really big into Killer Instinct on the 64 back then in the day.
I played it on the Game Boy too, but
Wait,
the one
what
on
was it
the
about? Sorry, what was it about the tutorial that made it good?
I barely remember it, but I know a bunch of people still talk about it. It just teaches you how to play a fighting game, and it teaches you the different, like, some of the terminology or how to play. Like, it's just such a good from the ground up tutorial on how to play the game. I'd have to go through it. I wouldn't mind even fucking going through it and doing a video about it. But yeah, it was. I remember it being super well done. I haven't done it in a while.
Mm.
Like
'Cause I
even
know
Guilty
Guilty
Gear has a
Gear,
really good
yeah,
tutorial.
Guilty has a
I
really
skip
good
every
tutorial.
tutorial. I skip every tutorial.
Yeah,
I
of course you do.
Of course, you do.
like
I mean, if I
and I
know how
hate to even
to,
say this.
I mean, if I know how to play the game, I will. But like, if I don't, I'll at least go through it. I'm actually one of those people that will go through it.
It's kind of weird because like I think the best way of how do I put this? I think for the casual person, you don't see a fighting game as something you need to study. You feel like it's something you can hop in and do stuff and pick up as you go. But that might be like a learned thing from, again, casual folks coming from like FPS or third person action adventure, where it's literally as you move through it, you learn. Nobody wants
Yeah.
to sit down and just say, like, oh, let me just spend about a day in this tutorial and really figure
Yeah,
out
because
the
I was gonna
stuff. It's
say
like,
there's a lot of games, like not just fighting games or like even some RPGs where I will do the tutorial because like if you just boot in thinking you know how a game functions, there's like quite a bit that some games just won't teach you or show you, and it could make your life way easier. Like I get where you're coming from because like don't get me wrong, there's a lot of games like if it's like a Dark Souls or like even like a fire like an FPS, I'm not doing that tutorial. I know how to fucking play the game.
yeah, I uninstall
Right.
those games
Right.
immediately. If it has Dark and Souls, it's uninstalled.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Yes.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
get what
but
you mean.
again, maybe it is just learned. I will say, people like Bungie and what's some other people in Bethesda, they've done a really good job of saying like, walk forward. And now I think that's where most of us just take this is, oh, I like Scorpion. He looks cool. Let me hop in and what's the punch button? Cool. Let me.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I feel like there are certain fighting games that you could probably just pick up without a tutorial, and as you're just having you're just button mashing, you'll have fun. Like I think Dragon Ball Fighters is one of those. I think Mortal Kombat is one of those. To a
think
certain
Marvel's one of
extent,
those.
like Marvel and
Wait, which Marvel? You talking about the fighting game, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said
yeah.
about Rivals. I'm
No,
like,
no,
that's
not
not the
Marvel
one
Rivals. No,
pick
no.
up and have fun.
And then like Skullgirls, like games like that. I think if you're just trying to show up, button mash with some friends, like you don't need a tutorial for that shit.
Yeah.
I think there's only two fighting games I've played, and y'all can say they're not fighting games if you want to, but they're fighting games. There's only two fighting games I've played where without tutorials you will definitely just lose and it
For
would not be
Honor.
fun is For Honor and Absolver. Like both of those games, if you don't actually learn how to play them, you don't have fun.
I mean,
Like they're like
I would consider them fighting games.
I've seen people say they're not fighting games, and I'm like, I don't know what
They're
else
not
you
like
would
a
call them.
traditional fighting games, but I think
Yeah,
they
but they're
qualify.
literally fighting
Traditional,
games.
but
They still qualify.
Yeah. Yeah, those two, you don't look at if you don't go through the how tos, like you.
And I think, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, again, I get it. Like it is a patience kind of thing. Like I'm not gonna sit here and do this. Like I'm just trying to have fun. But like sometimes you gotta just put the ego aside or your stubbornness aside and just bite the bullet. Like you're gonna have more fun if you just take the time to do the tutorial on a lot of games. Like even some FPS games teach you some kind of things that you either didn't know or it took you too long to find out.
Mm.
And
The weird part is, actually, go ahead. My bad. go ahead.
no, you're fine. Go ahead.
I was about to say the weird part is that a lot of these companies try to like toss the tutorials sneakily into like the story modes of games.
Or
But
sometimes
for
it's even
certain
in like
games,
practice mode. It's like really random.
yeah, it's like it's
Mhm.
in a weird location where it's like most people don't want to
Like go
interact
through
with
another
this.
mode, right? Like
Like, yeah, nobody wants to go through another mode to then say like, now after I played this mode, I can go and
Like
I
Tekken's
hop into multiplayer.
tutorial is through their ghost battle.
yeah, it's through their Tekken arcade adventure. Like you have to go through like the
Nah,
story mode, and that's like the tutorial. Like
we
I
good.
think what you should do, I think what most games should do is you either force it on the player, and what I mean by force is just it boots up as soon as you boot the game up for the first time, and then it gives you the option like, do you want to skip or do you want to go through it? And then if you skip it, it's just a setting on the menu. Like if it's on the main menu, you just see tutorial. That's how it should be.
I don't even think they should do that. It's and I hate to bring up Destiny again. One of those things they have is when you first start Destiny, is it Destiny 1? Destiny 1. You're going through the Cosmodrome or whatever, and you're like walking through that little area, and they literally have you do the actions in sequence, like
See, but that's
open the
different
chest.
because that's like, let's be real. Like when you're booting up Destiny, yes, it is a MMO style game, but those
Mhm.
games, they have a story mode. So it's part of the story. So you're going to be doing that part of the game anyways. So that's the best way to implement tutorial. You can't do that for like a multiplayer game.
Well, you can, because like you mentioned, booting it up. Like if you boot
Yeah.
up the game, take the flagship character, which in Tekken is whoever is the character of
Jin.
that whatever at that point. You put him on the screen, and as the game boots up and it says Tekken, it's in the view of like the normal fight, but you're saying like quick time event. Hey, a guy is running at you. Press X. X is punch. Is one. And then it's like, okay, now the next sequence top is literally just take people through the sequence, and then as they do everything perfect, have them beat the person and say, okay, you understand the fundamentals of using these buttons, and then you start the game. Like that's a very simplistic way of handling this.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't need a whole story, you don't need to hide it into some, like literally the moment you boot it up, feedback, button, 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 button. Aha, okay, cool. Like I don't think anybody's upset with that if the first time they boot up a game, it's like press this, press that, press
Like
that. Okay,
just
continue.
it's about just telling you the basic mechanics, right?
Yeah,
Like,
just literally the
just the
basics. Because
basics,
like
yeah.
once you get the basics, everything else is just going to be, let me look at the move list. Okay, so that's kind of what this guy has, which is what
I
everyone does. It's move
I wish
list.
I
Boom.
could say that, but man, for Tekken, there's just I don't know. There's just too much
Well,
stuff that they need to put in their tutorials that aren't in there, in my opinion.
well, there's a difference between tutorial for mastery and tutorial for like
Just learning
comprehension.
how to play the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, just like learning how to play the game is what I'm talking about. Like for the tech,
Because
there
like
should be a dedicated thing for that.
even Virtual Fighter has a pretty good tutorial to just teach you how to play the game.
yeah.
So like if we can
But
get
is it
that,
separate? Is it like a
It's
separate
separate.
it's like I
pipeline?
think you just go to like a tutorial on the main menu. I don't think it's like a.
Yeah,
See, that's again the thing right there, separating it from the actual experience. That's that weirdness. That is that weirdness to me.
I mean,
It's
that's
like,
how
oh, do
most
you
people
want
do
the
it,
tutorial?
unfortunately. Because
Yeah,
they
no, they need
probably,
to force it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just need to put it on the first time you boot up the game. Like, you just do it, and then it can give you the option to skip it. But like,
No, there's no skipping. Nah, there is no skipping. Nope.
I guess we'll see. Because some people complain
Dude,
about a forced tutorial, so it is what it is.
RPGs and
Yep.
FPSs have figured this out. If someone wants to play your game, they're gonna go through your damn tutorial. If you put it at the beginning, they're gonna
Right.
go through this tutorial and they gonna move forward. So like,
I
forget all the
mean,
whiny, whatever. Like right there, boom.
for the most
X,
part, yes. I've
Y,
seen plenty of
B,
people
A.
drop RPGs because of the tutorial.
Who's okay? Now there's a difference because for the RPGs, like people talking and anybody trying to hear everybody talk all the time. But you're
The
telling people to press
RPG is the
button.
point of the story. You need to listen to what they're saying.
I mean, that's a whole another conversation. We're gonna go
Well,
into
it
that
depends on the. Okay, it does depend on the RPG you're playing, because like obviously with Skyrim and shit, it doesn't matter as much.
What?
It doesn't.
My God.
All right. We'll go back to the fighting game. We'll come back to that. I felt my
Anyway,
vein pop up just now when he said that. I felt a little vein.
oh,
Oh my god.
Started
my
tweaking out, dude. He's ready to
Just
go.
a little bit. I'm like, wait a
you need to call
second.
Phil Spencer. Hold on.
No, we're not talking right now. We're talking the other day. We'll be fine.
Oh my God. Anyway, so core mechanics. Obviously, there's a lot. I think there's to be better tutorials for these for most fighting games. There's already good tutorials out there anyway. Tekken, please help.
And like, if you don't, I know it again, it's outside of the game and it's extra time. There's so many fucking videos and resources of people teaching you how to play these games or games in general. So like, especially with fighting games, like I get it, it's extra effort. You don't want to put it in, but it's either you put in the time and learn properly, or you go outside of the game and try to learn from an external resource to like make your time more efficient.
Yeah. I think training techniques is basically what we already kind of talked about, right? I think
That
so.
one, I think it's a little bit different because when you get to training techniques, it's trying to teach people how to use practice mode and look at their replays and what to look out for. But that's not something like a newer player is going to know how to do right off the bat. And like that's where like the community can help you out. Like if you play in the community or you have friends to play with, they're going to be better judgments of like what you're doing wrong or how you can improve, especially if they're actually good at the game. So I would probably avoid training techniques, especially if you're like newer to fighting games or you're still trying to get good at them. That's something that you're not gonna know what to do on your own. Because even I don't know what to do on my own. Like I know some of my bad habits and how to improve that, but after that, like I'm not gonna be able to like improve on things that I don't know what I need to improve on. That's where like my coaching with Spiro comes in and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. For me, I use the train dummy more times now than I've ever done in any game, where it's just basically doing the same move over and over and over, and I look at the animations to see where I can punish or where I can like sidestep or flash or whatever. Like I told Spiro, like I don't see Tekken in frames. Like it's a 60
Oh my
FPS,
god.
60 FPS frame. There's -10, -16, +2, +5. I don't necessarily see it that way. I look at the animations instead.
Okay.
The animations is a lot. I can see that better than memorizing numbers. Like there are some characters that just have the same frame data for since the beginning of the game that just I just know are punishable and I just punish. Others I just look at if it's like a mid high, low high, or whatever, and then punish accordingly. Or if there's like a break, if I know there's a break in the attack, I know I can do something. But like in terms of like numbers, I throw that shit out the window.
Oh, I only really look at. I'm different. I can't. The animations in this game from character to character are too. I've complained about it before. They're too inconsistent for me to rely on the animations. Certain moves that look like they'd have more recovery frames or they'd be more negative or just aren't, or things of that nature. So I've had to, for me at least, I've had to learn what like it's actually punishable by frames. And then once I see what it can be punished by, so like let's say a move is -14 for Reina, that's down forward 1-2. And then once I see that, then I just in my brain it's collected as that move is this negative, and what I mean by this negative, I mean like I can punish with this move. So then the frame data is immediately like lost. I don't think about it. So I could tell you like, oh, I don't know the frame data, but I use this to punish it, and then like I could tell you what the frame startup on that is, and then you could go from there. But I kind of need it. Like I said, I wish I could go just based off of animations because then you'd be able to adapt more on the fly. But I've complained to Jeremy about this. I've complained to Spiro about it. I think this game needs to clean up their animations a little bit more to make it clearer because some of them just aren't. Like if you just don't know that one is punishable or that one is a high or a low, you're not gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
But when I play like Guilty Gear and I look at their animations, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, that's different. You have to know
That's
frames on that.
that's so different. Oh yeah, like yeah, you have to know frames. Like even Street Fighter. Like I know a Dragon Punch is punishable because it's been punishable for like the last 30 years. I get that. But
like
then
I couldn't tell you frames or anything like that. But if I
I couldn't
see
tell you
a
frames at all.
if I see a whiff DP or I block a DP, I was like, oh, that's full combo right there. That's all I need to know.
Yeah. You got anything to Quan, Chris? About training
I
practice mode?
Just thinking about it.
I am a huge proponent of everything being skippable. Is I have a short ass attention span, and if you put things in front of me before I get to the thing that I want, I immediately don't want that thing anymore. So I don't know how I feel about unskippable training. I think the training definitely needs to be more enjoyable if you're going to make it unskippable, or like at least more dynamic, or something that I'm like, all right, that barely felt like a tutorial. I mean, if you're going to make it unskippable, like I think more effort needs to go into it.
I think Guilty Gear Grand Blue
Mhm.
have one of the best tutorials out there.
I don't think
I
I've done
wish,
Grand Blues.
yeah, I think Grand Blue is a long time ago. Like I said again, I wish Tekken had a better tutorial. That's not tied to Ghost Battle, but that's just me. So let's just wrap this up here. So really, if you're trying to learn these things, learn one thing at a time. Because if you do that, it's just a better progression in my opinion. Pick what
What
character you
would
want.
no, sorry. What would you suggest that would be the best thing to focus on?
What you should do
Like
is just
if you had to focus on one thing.
If I had to focus on one thing, it will first. Well, I'm just gonna say this in Tekken. Really, I
Mm.
would focus on your key buttons, your key moves that you know are good and safe. Like Yoshi has like down forward one, down forward four, like back two, or back 1-1. Like look for moves that are good pressure or good keep out tools, just stuff like that. Also,
Gotcha.
YouTube is your friend. So
yeah.
what are you gonna say, Alan?
Nah, I mean that was it. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
We are.
And then go ahead.
I was gonna say because I don't. I was gonna say that's probably what I would focus on. I was trying to think if I was gonna disagree with you or not. But no, I mean, like realistically, and this goes for any fighting game, if you learn the good pokes, your range, and just moves that are like that, you'll get a lot farther doing that than any combo will.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that's
Mhm.
fine. I agree with you. I was just debating if I did or not.
Yeah. Like a Street Fighter, like if you're playing Ryu or Ken and you do, I think it's now medium kick, there's like a long range like mid kick.
Yeah,
That move is pretty good
the move is
across
very
the
good.
board for any character that has that, because it has just good range. Or like Blanca's has like down heavy kick, good range, knock down on hit. So well, cool. There was a lot more in this outline that I have that we can do another time.
Part
Maybe we
two.
can do a part 2 later. Oh, I think this episode might come out on the weekend of Evo. I
Oh,
maybe. So Evo is around the corner. 2 weeks out. No, 3 weeks out. I think.
goddamn.
Two.
Was it
We're
August?
already
Yeah.
we're
Right?
already we're already
Yeah.
halfway through
One,
July.
two,
3.
halfway through
We are.
July. Jesus Christ, bro. Uh, me and Tito will be there. I don't know, Taquan, if you're gonna be able to make it. Are you gonna? You already got your ticket?
We are. We are figuring this out. That's all I'm saying.
We
Figuring
are
out.
figuring it out.
I'm normally not a last minute person, but this is me. I have to do last minute things, cause.
That's
Oh
fair.
my god.
But yeah,
I
we'll
I
see.
don't know if you'll be able to get into Evo, but I don't know.
Just
I mean,
sneak him in.
he'll be able to get in. He's just not going to be able to. I mean, obviously, he's not going to compete anyway, so it's fine. He should be able to even buy a ticket at the door. Like that's not a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Really?
The only thing he might not
I
be
don't know.
able
I
to
got my
is
ticket.
depending on
Sunday finals.
yeah, like depending on how big the arena for Sunday finals is, he might not be able to get a pass for that, which is fine. Like it's not like he's gonna sit there on Sunday all day watching finals, or maybe he wants to. I don't know. That's like the only thing I could see that's maybe not.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
Depends how
Anyway,
good the
we
edibles
might-
are.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, we might try and do something on Sunday or the weekend, me and Chilo. So we'll figure it out.
Something will get
I'm
recorded
excited.
that weekend.
I'm excited to compete again. It's been a while.
I'm more excited to
So-
be there at Evo. We'll see how I feel about competing, but we'll go from there.
Back in the saddle.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, tune in next time. We'll try to probably do a part 2 of this. If there's nothing else, we will catch you guys later.
See you.
Peace out.